So I decided to do a little garden tour because I wanted to remember where I have things and because I have some people that were interested. Starting at my front by my driveway, this is a dianthus. I'm gonna have to rip him up and move him to a new location because he's getting overtaken by the phlox, which is here. I have two different colors. I have the nice pink and the nice purple. As you can see, it also swallowed some dandelion or daffodils, so I have to dig those bulbs up and get them moved. And then I have a clematis that is growing up around my lamppost. He hasn't been growing super well, so I was hoping to maybe get him a buddy to make it cooler, but that's what I have for now. Here I'll have a nice hyacinth and some interesting looking one that kind of looks like snowbells, even though it's not. So I'm interested to see what that looks like next year. Usually put some lantanas in this pot. I didn't get any yet, so I'll get there. And some more hyacinths. They're all mostly bloomed at this point. This little guy is low to the ground. He gets these cute little purple flowers, but I'm probably gonna move him because he's just too boring, I guess, in this spot. And the same with this massive ground cover. He gets these really pretty little light pink flowers, but he's just getting too spready and taking over that spot instead of something more interesting. So I might move him over to here at some point, but we'll see. I'm gonna go across the sidewalk now. Over here, I have another set of daffodils, and this is a crocus that already bloomed. And I have a black-eyed Susan here, but as you can see, it's kind of smattered and it grew really well for 3 or 4 years, and then suddenly that side died, and I bought a new one last year, and now this side is like fizzling out. So probably have to buy a new one of him either this year or next year too. These are some free daylilies I got from someone. I'm gonna figure out a spot to put them. This is my nice bright red azalea. He's gonna be blooming here really soon. You can see some of them are opening, so I can't wait for him. Here's a set of tulips that just hasn't budded yet. Not sure it will by the end of the season. Here's another dianthus I've had for years. They're supposed to not come back, but mine come back almost every year. In this thing, we have a little bee balm actually growing. Probably gonna take him out of this pot at some point, but he's so rooted in, I didn't want to disturb him. This here is some sort of bush, to be honest. I don't know what it is. It came with the house. It was one of the only original plants I've not dug up because I like it and it fills the space really nice. So I do need to trim him up though and give him some shade. This is a really cool bulb flower that grows up with tall pink puff looking things like from one of the Dr. Seuss books. I think it's like an allium, A-L-U-I-M, but I don't see those very often. Then we got another set of daffodils. These are the buttercup kind. Very pretty. More hyacinths, and a single white tulip came up. There's the black-eyed Susan I referenced earlier. He actually is doing quite well this year, so he'll be coming back. And then here's another set of the allium. You can see that guy's about to pop. And then if you see these little sprouts coming up, this is gonna be my Chinese four marble. It gets really tall, lots of sprouts, bright pink, orange, and variegated, yellow, all kinds. I can't wait for that to come, and that'll be close to the end of summer. Another set of daffodils, another dianthus. And I had some hyacinths, some grape hyacinths, and it looks like I actually am getting some more tulips here. Can't wait to see that. And Miss Hydrangea herself is about to explode, so can't wait for that. And hidden behind there are some more grape hyacinths with Mr. Gnome. Probably gonna move them since the hydrangea's gotten so big, he's overtaking those. Back to this side. Another set of daffodils and some hyacinths. This is a salvia I actually tried to kill and move somewhere, and it just keeps coming back stronger than ever. Same with this one. I also forget the name of this bush, but it gets these really cool dark red leaves, and then the pink, or the flowers, are this bright hot pink. But it gets really large, so I cut it way back every year, and then it grows back exponentially by the end of the season. And then I got some more hyacinths and grape hyacinths going on here. This is some cute yellow spring flower I got from Walmart on clearance one year, and it's just been growing really well ever since, so I just let that guy go. And over here, this is actually a Gerber daisy I planted last year, and it reseeded itself and it's coming back, so I'm really excited about that. And I also have another one doing that over here. And then this one I actually got this year for Easter. He's actually got nice dark pink flowers. Here's the one that did bloom. So that's my Gerber daisy area. This is a tulip I got this year that I planted. And this is a really nice and full mum that will bloom really nicely here at the end of the summer. And I have some more hyacinths, grape hyacinths, single beautiful little tulip coming up. And these are some really pretty crocuses when they bloom early spring. And then this is my Spanish lavender. They get like these neat pod looking flowers. It smells wonderful. Got a section back here I need to trim off. That'll do good. I always do some sort of porch pot. Right now it's got an Easter mix, I forget the name, Asylum, there we go. Little Easter mix Asylum. I'll be throwing a couple other things in there, like a lamb's ear and whatever else I think is interesting, just to be a cute little pot. Then I have some more daffodils, some more hyacinths that is being eaten by the lobelia. This is another plant that just gets such pretty purple flowers, but again, it's kind of low and crawling and taking over the space, so I'm probably gonna cut him way back or something, but I don't know if I can get rid of him. And then over here, we have an errant blue cornflower, but I figured I'd just let him go since he's got a cute little bud, and I'll dig him up later, maybe as a present for somebody. And then this is my beautiful ever-blooming lilac bush. He used to be crowded out by canna lilies so badly he didn't get very big, but I finally ripped those out 2 years ago, and I started pruning him a little bit more, and he's been growing really great ever since. Here's where the bloom cornflower is supposed to be. It started with like one little plant, and this thing reseeds itself all over the place. I ripped out a whole bunch this weekend of little sprouts everywhere, and I put them for free at my driveway, and a couple people took them. It's even overtaking another set of the dianthesis. Oh well. This is another dianthesis. This one's really big and doing well, which is awesome. More hyacinths I planted this weekend. And here's supposed to be some cute Easter lilies and like the pink Asiatic Easter lilies. It looks like a bunny came by and ate it, so not sure if I'll get really nice ones, but we'll keep trying. And this mum, I just planted him this weekend as well because he's actually been alive inside of just a pot the last 2 years, and I feel like if he lived in a pot for 2 years over winter, he kind of deserved a spot in my garden, so there he is. In this pot, I'll be putting some cute flowers. I get like this silvery ground covery thing that like spills over. I'll have to pick that up, and then I usually get some sort of climbing flower just to make that spot interesting. Another hyacinth I got this weekend, along with these two sets as well. So I planted those up, and they are now surrounding my wonderful little lace leaf Japanese maple. He's getting ready to open up, so I can't wait. This little area is kind of temporary with some of the things. I'm waiting for Caleb to finish putting boundary wires around my garden boxes so these won't get run over by the lawnmower, but these are supposed to be potatoes. This is a purple potato. It looks like I've got one that's actually doing well. The rest of them don't seem to be doing super well, but I figure I'll just let them go and see what happens. And then this pot is actually russet potatoes, which again, I don't really see if they're doing well or not, so I'm just gonna let them go and see what happens. This is my beautiful little bleeding heart bush. As you can see, he's starting to come up this year. I can't wait because they have those really pretty little pea flowers. This is a raspberry. I've been growing this one for about 3 years. It's in way too small of a pot for what it needs, but I haven't figured out where to plant them permanently yet. But he's doing really well this year after adding some Berrytone fertilizer, so we'll see. And then this is a much bigger, much nicer pot for a raspberry. Caleb's dad actually gave this to me, and it is also doing super well with the berry tone and of course the extra space. Here's another tulip I planted from this weekend, and also another little dianthus there. This is just kind of my winter succulent little box. Hens and chicks are one of those things that will actually overwinter here. And I also threw a little bud of a cactus in there one time, and as you can see, he has exploded. So he gets really pretty yellow flowers when he feels like it. And this is also one of my pride and joys. This is my butterfly bush. I severely hacked it back this year because it really needed to like start fresh, build new shoots. So I can't wait for this thing to start filling up and getting those nice dark purple flowers. And then this is kind of my new little gutter area that I created this year. I was trying to get the gutter to run into the rocks and do like a river rock thing as opposed to just the white gutter. I hit the blue stones or little glow-in-the-dark stones since I thought it kind of looked like a fairyish area. And again, more blue cornflowers that just seeded themselves. I did add a hyacinth though because I thought that was kind of cute, so I left that.